but I think it's going to be another sunny Friday. So, well, have a great day. Whatever the weather, carry your sunshine around. And just have a great day, whether it's rainy or sunny. Don't let the weather spoil your mood or spoil your plans. I know a lot of people will be getting married this weekend, doing their engagements today, wedding tomorrow. Whatever the weather, whether it's rainy, doesn't mean that it's going to be bad marriage. I know people often say, it's rainy on your wedding date. Is this a bad sign? No, it's not a bad sign. It's just a rainy day. All right. So you go out and enjoy yourself. Have a great wedding. Have a great celebration. Whatever it is you're doing, make sure you do it in the hall, of course. Don't do it outside. It's a bad idea to do any event outdoors at this time because it's unpredictable. So do it indoors. People who love you will come and celebrate with you. All right. That's that. And of course, we've got quite a number of interesting news stories in the papers this morning. Are you watching us on Facebook? I hope you are. If you are, you know what to do. You want to share this video. All right. Share to your community. On Facebook as well. Just click the share button. It's free, trust me, and it's not going to take anything from you at all. All right, just so myself. And yes, I'm Bola hatting it this morning. All right, so share the video. I can see quite a number of people have already joined us, and I welcome you, Facebook. Thank you very much for being a part of the program. Got quite a number of interesting stories this morning. Let me share myself, actually. I, the presenter, must also lead by example. All right, so done. Shared to a public group. Okay. All right. So in the news this morning, we have quite a number of interesting headlines. And I'm just going to go straight to some of the stories, to be honest. I know I've been hearing rumors of ASU strike. It's been just rumors, but they're obviously stories to to give us more insight as to if it will happen or not. Well, there's a story here on ASU and their demands on the federal government. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, on Thursday said only 2 of its 8 demands have so far been met by the federal government in the last 9 months. According to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, the Ibadan zone of the union made this known in a statement after its meeting at the Ladoke Akintola University in Lautech, Ogbomoso, chaired by its coordinator in Lautech, Professor Yebamiji Oyegoke. Others in attendance were the chairpersons from University of Ibadan, Professor Ayo Akinwale, University of Ilorin, that's Uni Ilorin, Professor Moyo Sore Ajao, Lautech, Dr. Biodun Lanira, and Kwara State University, Dr. Shehu Salau. Oyegoke said in a statement that strike was a ticking bomb and fear that the educational system would be engulfed in another crisis. For the avoidance of doubt, ASU stated that only salary shortfall and setting up of visitation panels to the federal government-owned universities have been addressed by the government in 9 months. Other demands such as the renegotiation of conditions of service, injection of revitalization funds, payments of earned academic allowances, implementation of the University Transparency and Accountability Solution, that's the UTAS, have not been addressed, he said. Oyegoke said the proliferation of state universities, release of withheld salaries, and non-remittance of check-off dues of unions, which were all contained in the December 22, 2020 MOU, memorandum of action, actually have also not been addressed. And he said the claim by the Minister of Labour and Employment that the money allocated for revitalization of public universities had been paid as contained in the MOA of 2020 cannot be true. So doctors on strike, universities, also threatening. So, something definitely needs to be done. If our 2 out of 9 demands have only been met, the government needs to give reasons as to why the other ones are unattainable at the moment. Is it that there's no money? And of course, every time they say there's no money, we know where we always look at where there seems to be money in this area. Why is it that when it comes to people who are ensuring that the next generation is alive and educated is when we always say there's no money? People are dying in hospitals because of this, doctor strike. And now if ASU goes on strike, that's going to be another academic crisis, educational crisis that we obviously can avoid. I guess the government just needs to get its priorities straight. The areas that are very important are the areas that are being neglected: security, education, health. There are 3 poignant, very important, areas, and that's where they are dropping the ball. And if you're dropping the ball in the most important areas, what does that say? Well, 2023 is around the corner. People, get your PVCs. And also, if you're having discrepancies with your PVCs, this is the time to fix it. Some of you got your PVCs when you were living in Ekiti, Akure, or Lagos, and now you moved to Ibadan. This is the time to work that out and sort that out. You don't want to have an excuse come 2023 saying, oh, because my PVC wasn't. We don't want to hear those excuses in 2023. All right, so do the needful now. If you need to go there and queue and go there every day, do it now. All right, because I mean that's the only way that you can. That's the only way that you can hold our government accountable. When you let them know that, hey, if you're dropping the ball in the most important areas, we will not. Vote your party in. We will not. So the party needs to ensure, and of course, president needs to ensure that these things are definitely addressed. All right. Also in the papers this morning on the VAT fiasco, Lagos-based activist and human rights lawyer Ebunolu Adegboruwa SAN has commended the Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike for his unwavering stance and his efforts to get judicial pronouncement restraining the Federal Inland Revenue Service from collecting value-added tax and personal income tax in the state. Adegboruwa, who gave the commendation in a statement on Thursday, added that the battle that the Rivers State government embarked upon is in line with the yearnings and clamor of the people for restructuring. He emphasized that the ruling of the court is a step in the right direction towards the much-desired restructuring needed in the country. According to him, state VAT law is a form of restructuring. It is restructuring, and I support it 100%, he says. We have been shouting and crying for this lopsided federalism to be made equitable. Those who make peaceful change impossible make violent change inevitable. I commend Governor Wike, who started this revolution, he says. I also commend Governor Sanwo-Olu, my LBS, and Honorable AG Onigbanjo, and the Lagos House of Assembly. Other laws should follow. The Lagos State government should go to Lagos High Court to seek an order for immediate compliance with the VAT law by all persons and authorities doing business in Lagos State. It is a good beginning. Enough of feeding bottle federalism and Abuja financial pilgrimage. I like that. Feeding bottle federalism, where you go with your empty feeding bottle and they put some, breast milk in there. You come back to your state and suck it and try and give as many people as possible. I mean, it is ridiculous, So, and he calls it Abuja financial pilgrimage. People have to go cap in hand. Well, what are your thoughts on this whole fiasco, VAT? Like we mentioned yesterday, I think it was with Barrister who was here yesterday. We're talking about how, yes, obviously there are some states that this would be fantastic for. But there are states that, whether FRS is collecting VAT, they have nothing to give anyway because they don't have much. So they stay poor while the rich states get richer. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Let us know your views and your contributions. All right, let's race through some more headlines. Secession, fastest way to extinction. This is federal government, and it's coming from our able vice president. Federal government has again kicked against calls for secession by separatists in some parts of the country, warning that such would be the fastest way to extinction of Nigeria. All right, also stop gagging those who speak out in Nigeria. Anglican primate tells federal government. The primate church of Nigerian Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Henry Ndukuba, has urged the presidency and those in positions of authority to stop gagging people speaking out against the ills in the country. All right, also empty streets in Southeast welcome Buhari to Imo. We mentioned yesterday that the president was going to be visiting Imo State. This headline says it all. All right, that's all we can do right now. But don't forget, at 8 o'clock, I'll be joined by the rest of the breakfast show hosts on Splash on the Big Breakfast Show. At 8 o'clock, we'll be looking at stories that made headlines this week, and you get to share your thoughts and your contributions. We have time to open phone lines then, so make sure to join us then. All right, my name is Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the program. Join me later.
Splash FM 105.5.
Yay! My prepaid meter has entered red. My money has finished.
Babe, calm down now. Why are you switching off everything now?
With the rising cost of food and every other thing, it is only wise to manage my electricity consumption. And you know what freezers consume.
You better switch to the smart way with higher thermocool inverter freezers. The 50% electricity saver.
Really? 50%?
Yes, so 50%. So you don't have to switch off your appliances, especially especially your freezer.
Switch off from a life of stress. Switch to higher thermocool inverter freezer and enjoy 50% electricity saving. That means low electricity bills. Thermocool, always there for you.
Anti-wait, straight to the point, we no get time to waste. I feel like you get to your number. Star 711.
It is safe and secure. So many things you can do, it is pure. And it's so easy to remember.
Star 711. Oh yeah, you want to pay your bill, send and receive money. I be you need to check your balance. Star 711.
It's so easy to recharge my phone. I can close my eyes, open my account, and I'm good to go.
Star 711. Oh yeah, tell me the number. Star 711. It's easy to remember. Star 711. No more banking wahala. Star 711.
Keystone Bank, we grow together.
In my 25 years of practice as an obstetrician, I get asked a lot of questions from expectant and pregnant mothers. One regular question is, what supplement is good for me and my baby during pregnancy? I always recommend Oberon 6 because of the positive feedback I've gotten from my patients over the years. Oberon 6 contains essential minerals and vitamins necessary for the healthy development of baby and mother before, during, and after pregnancy. Give you and your baby the nutrients you deserve with Oberon 6. Oberon 6. Healthy mother, healthier baby.
The game is on. It's a game of fame, love, and betrayal. To remain in the game, watch your back and never lose your guard. Because when you do, you're out. The biggest reality show in Africa, Big Brother Naija Season 6 is back. Don't miss the intense drama this season. Showing 24/7 on DSTV channel 198 with live eviction show on Sundays at 7 p.m. on Africa Magic. Headline sponsor Abeg. Associate sponsor Patricia. BB Naija is rated 18.
Becky, come and have your cereal.
Mommy.